Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Marco from Digital Dash. I just wanted to come do a quick follow-up analysis. Monday played out pretty decently, right? Our plan is starting to play out. We're just watching and letting the market develop from here and out. So I'm really just trying to focus on the larger time frame, focus on where we are in a bigger picture, and not get too caught up and focused and drill down on the micro and what's happening on the 5 minute, what's happening on the 15 minute. So just remembering where we are in the overall context on the weekly, right? Remember last week we did try to push back up into that key level. The Bulls tried there, and they weren't rewarded. A bunch of selling pressure came in. We started taking out lows. We started just erasing all of that progress that the Bulls made. So overall, remembering who's in control, right? On the daily, same thing. This downtrend that the Bulls tried that range. They tried to hold that range up. Sellers are doing their thing, right? Today we got this nice indecision candle close. We did have a nice, sellers came in strong, bulls came in strong. We kind of ended in the middle today. We got a rally from going down there and pushing pre-market lows, failing to break below them, which pushes back up above pre-market highs, and market pushed back down and closed back around the area where the imbalance came from. I'm gonna go show you guys real quick. This is where the strong buying really started. Today the strong buying really started at those lows after we failed to break and push through pre-market lows. But that buying really got us up and over some of this other structure that was created in the market, and it started over here. So the close for the day, price pushed back into the area where price had that first strong buying imbalance from. So it wasn't a crazy imbalance, it wasn't a parabolic move, but this is where the buying started. So it's important and interesting to see the buying started here today, and price stopped and closed here today. So really what I want to see is, can we hold this level overnight? What happens to this level overnight? And that's going to give us some clues for tomorrow. We left behind some nice supply today. This is 5-minute supply. Again, remembering the bigger picture, we're really watching this 1 hour, we're watching this higher time frame supply above. So this 5-minute supply is not holding too much weight for us. But I do want to watch how price action moves between these two zones. If we get a breakdown, do we continue to get a breakdown? Do we actually get a move into this zone down here? That's going to be the clue for tomorrow. If we break this zone and fail to break and hold below this zone, if we just wick the bottom of the zone, if we start to break down and then we start reclaiming and moving back up, all of those are going to be signs that bulls are strong. They could run this zone, break this zone, where more sellers could try to enter here and then push us into the ultimately the higher time frame supply zone where we are looking to get involved. So that's good, perfect case scenario, and that will work both ways, right? If we entered long down here, was able to get in long somewhere in here, targeting this supply, that'll even be a good trade, right? This is going to be the more ideal area to target and exit any longs, because we are in a downtrend. So we should treat this supply with respect, right? So it wouldn't be a bad idea to take some of the position or all of the position off here. But if buyers hold this level up overnight, if buyers continue to reclaim this level, if price tries to push through it, then we could easily see this zone failing and getting a move higher back into that 42.88 zone that we've been watching. On the flip side of that, if this zone does start to break down, we get a push back down into this zone. If this zone doesn't break, same thing applies. If buyers start reclaiming these levels back up, we could definitely see a stronger push back into the 42.88. Just because this zone breaks, if this zone doesn't break, that's gonna be something strange about that, something fishy about that, right? If this zone's starting to break back down, we're creating new supplies. We move down here in a higher time frame downtrend, then we should have no problem running these lows. So that'd be something to pay attention to as well. Why isn't this zone breaking? If we're in a higher time frame downtrend, creating new supplies, and the strength is appearing to be on to the downside. So that's what we're watching. And then if and when we do end up at this 1 hour zone, this is the supply we're going to be watching, right? There's some highs that's being left behind. There's some areas of supply, if we break above, could act as demand that we know we'd have to break through on the way down. So this is the ultimate zone we're watching. It's starting to look set up nice. We like how this setup looks. Again, paying attention to the higher picture in the market, the overall picture in the market, right? Knowing that these are areas that we want to work around, and then just being patient and creating plays within these bounds, right? These are the new bounds that we're working in. This is our new court, is these zones. We want to cut out the noise and cut out the stuff we don't really need that's in between, right? So that's what I'm doing when I'm sticking to these higher time frames and paying attention to these levels, as opposed to just drawing up every level that we see forming on the 5 minute, on the 1 minute, drawing up all the structure we're seeing there, because that stuff is kind of irrelevant when we have these key levels that are acting as magnets, because we found them on a higher time frame here. So that's what I'm looking at. Make sure you guys leave a like, drop a sub so you don't miss another video, and I'll catch you guys as the market develops, and see you guys in the next video.